Hello, hello, hello,
Welcome.
everyone. Welcome to the much anticipated monster episode. Huge episode
Literally
tonight.
monster episode.
Literally monster episode of Let There Be J.
Hello, I'm James.
And I'm Jonathan. And are we calling this season 2, episode 1, or what are we calling this?
You know what? Sure, man. Season 2, episode 1, The
Because the hope
Awakening.
is, are you good? You good to go? Didn't even talk about this, but you good to go weekly after this, man?
I mean, sure, we'll have to
Every Monday, you
discuss.
say?
Yeah, maybe. We'll check it out.
Might as well, right? Because there's already some good stuff to talk about lined up for next week.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, we got a lot to talk about, so we're not going to dilly dally.
Mm-hmm.
Started off, our last episode we discussed a Marvel series.
Yes, we did. Oh, we did both of those, right? We did Justice League and Wanda?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last episode was Justice League. We got its own episode.
Mm-hmm. I see. This time, we're cranking it all
This
together.
time we're cramming everything together. So the Falcon and the Winter Soldier was a series.
Yes, that much is clear.
Was released in 2021 from March 19th to April 23rd.
Okay, yep.
One episode every Friday
All
for
right.
6 weeks. Starring Antonio Mackie,
Mm-hmm. That's his government name.
Sebastian Stan, Helmut Brule, and Donald Cheadlin.
And Emily Van Complin.
And Jay, man, what'd you think of the show?
It was a good time, man. I had some fun. I think it was a nice break from the clusterfuck that was the speculation madhouse of WandaVision.
It was literal hell. That there couldn't have been anything worse.
Just
From
every
that
week,
show.
just not knowing what's happening. It was exciting. It was an event, which I like. This one was less of an event every week because it was kind of like just watching something.
I'll tell you what, though, I would say I do prefer this show
I see.
because overall, I think both of them does not hit it out of the park quite yet on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I agree. It's
Wouldn't
not like
say.
Mandalorian levels.
They're not nowhere near where Lucasfilm is with television right now.
Yeah, it's I guess they're finding their legs. I guess
They're
I don't
finding
know.
their footing. There's good and bad. My main prop, but I think overall, I was earlier today. I was thinking about it, my positives, my negatives, and for me, there's way more positives.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem also is one of my negatives is a very big part of the show,
I see. Oh, I I can
which I
imagine
feel
what
like
it is.
can be one of yours as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that this is kind of a break from the generic looking Marvel way of filming things
It looks
lately.
great. It's filmed so great.
Yeah, I think they do some interesting shots and they really go, you know, more, more, I don't know what the word is, experimental with their kind of filmmaking qualities. Doesn't always work, but I think I think it's nice to
Mhm.
see that Kevin Feige doesn't like pick apart every single little thing for these shows right now. I guess because
Yeah.
you know. I do not think they topple the Netflix series.
Oh, not at all. Especially not Iron Fist season 1.
Yeah, especially not the best season, Jessica season 2.
Just Jessica
Uh,
season 2 was
yeah.
something.
But they're a good
I love when
time.
her mom snapped that guy's neck.
Oh, she does that, eh?
Dude, guess what? Her friend is in the raft.
Oh, really?
Blonde girl, because basically in season 3 was like she went evil and got powers.
There was 3 seasons of Jessica Jones?
There is.
What?
There
Okay.
is.
Yeah, she get powers or something?
She gets power. She's Hellcat, so she's in the raft
Mm.
as well. Definitely,
Interesting.
probably a bunch of people from Shield are in the raft too. I don't remember, but
Yeah. They
oh, you know who else is in the raft?
Who?
You didn't finish Luke Cage season 1, did you?
No, I didn't, sadly.
Well, the
What?
villain of that is in the raft too. Not
Oh yeah, the strong guy. What's his?
yeah,
Does he die? I forget.
dude. I wish Conrad's in the raft. Maybe we'd see him again.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, man. That raft looks very small. Like
I know, dude.
it's just
Abomination's in
got
there. I'm
one
telling you.
level. Yeah, he's there. We learned this week that a certain Florence Pugh, what's her name? Yelena.
Yeah, spoiler, man.
Well, we don't know for sure, but that's
Here's
just
the
the
thing.
speculation.
I looked at. Okay, here. Well, we'll talk about that a bit later. Okay.
Okay. Anyways, the raft. We're gonna get a show called The Raft, and it's gonna
Calm
be
down.
not gonna be about the actual prison. It's gonna be about a bunch of supervillains on a
People on a
boat.
raft.
Yeah, and they're gonna be trying to paddle out of, Anyways.
Okay, let me get into some of my issues first.
Okay, let's hear them. Spoiler warning, obviously.
Spoiler
I
warning, big
guess.
spoilers. The show is messy as hell.
I agree with that.
Story. Okay, editing wise, sometimes there's some very, very odd editing choices. Me and you.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like they edit things weird. Like the whole thing where like with Lamar, where they had him strapped up to the thing was literally a completely pointless chunk of content that you could have pulled out and it would have added or taken away nothing.
Yeah, it would have done nothing for that scene.
But the editing, mostly the story, I think. Like
I can already predict what your main problem is, but
around
let's hear it.
a lot. It jumps around a lot, but my main problem is with the villains.
Main antagonist, yes.
Because
listen,
Marvel Studios has always had a villain problem.
They really have. It's kind of
usually because they decide to keep the focus on the hero and really tell a good story for the hero, and they're not really worried about the villain.
Yeah, they do mostly. Well, especially most of the movies are origin stories too, so they don't really care about doing the origin story for a villain too. Yeah. It's kind of like whatever. But
and I remember when Daredevil season 1 came out, because back then we all still had our hopes up because that was pretty much the MCU.
Yeah, that was canon.
But
they said the attack on New York, man. They said it.
The incident. Love that show though. We're rewatching soon. Can't wait.
Maybe we'll talk about it on the show. We'll do a rewatch. The show.
But hell, maybe it is canon. Who knows what's gonna go down in December? But I remember thinking, see, we got 13 episodes here, and they're building up, like they're making this villain as important. I remember the backstory episode in season 1.
Yeah, with the hammer.
With the hammer and with the cufflinks. And thinking, this is genius because now we've built up, like, I care about this villain. I'm watching this guy go on a date. Like, I care about this guy. Like, and it's just brilliant. And I thought with these shows now, we can hype up, like, we have way more time so we can spend more time with the villain and know them and make them good. And I think with both of these shows, the biggest problems have been the villain.
Oh yeah. And I think
bad.
Sorry. Go ahead, man. Finish your thought. I didn't mean to interrupt.
I think that they're just not all that interesting. They try so hard to make you kind of sympathize with them. I don't think it's all that interesting and all that like groundbreaking that they think it is.
And the crazy thing is,
they're fighting for a good cause, but they're still murdering innocent people anyways. So
they spend a good chunk of the show with Carly, and it doesn't amount to anything.
They spend a hell of a lot of time with them.
and like we get the lost thing with Madani or whatever, and
Yeah, which
we don't know what that was. That could have
it's like
been cut.
I know there's a lost plot.
Lost plot
I kind
line.
of would have liked it better.
Oh yeah, it probably would have made it way better, but
No, no, no. I feel like I would have liked it better if they were just like faceless, and at the end you find out, oh, they're fighting for a good cause.
maybe that's true.
Like they're just these faceless terrorists the whole time they're fighting, and then like at the end it's some reveal, like, oh no, they're fighting for.
Yeah, it's actually the Asian man that Bucky talks to. Um, no, but yeah, it's so hard, especially Carly, because you're like, okay, she's like the first time you see her, she's in the back of a truck.
Yeah,
She spooks the guys, and like you just never really like okay cool, she survived the blip. The somehow the blip was a better time for these guys than normal, which I don't know. I guess they didn't lose anybody close to them. Lucky them.
I guess so.
Um, and they're thriving, and then oh no, everyone came back, and then they get taken out from their homes, and now they're stuck. But here's the thing: they have the house market when the blip happened would be pretty good because there's half as many houses, or
Yeah.
there's half as many people for the same amount of houses. So
Mhm.
you could just go back to any house. Like there's
Well,
not
for
like
more houses because people are out of their houses now.
yeah, there's so that's another thing I didn't really think of until just right now. But I guess because they put them in camps and stuff, which was kind of a
Mm.
bad move. But besides that, they kind of make a whole lot of arguments about stuff that never really gets explained or elaborated on. We never get to
Mhm.
see the harsh conditions of these people in the camps. They just kind of like,
Yeah.
we just hear about Daniel Bruhl's being like, "Oh, this place was so much nicer before," and it just looks like the same as it's the same corridor we've seen the whole for those 2 episodes. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think the virus part would have been kind of cool if they did that because like it would have made sense that they have some resentment towards these new like the people coming back because it causes a virus or whatever.
In,
It it just doesn't it just wasn't compelling,
it
and
wasn't.
I don't know. At the end, like when they made Carly go full blown evil, I'm just like, okay,
Okay,
like
fine.
all right, that's cool. She's like, we'll die, we'll lay our lives. We don't have to live. We'll lay our bodies for the cause. And everyone's just looking at her, and she's just like, yeah, okay. I mean, I guess we both two of our friends died because of you, but it's okay. We can chill. And yeah, I thought there was gonna be a revolt against her, but no, they stayed pretty
Yeah,
loyal.
that's what it made it kind of seem like that they were going to be a revolt, but then they're like, okay.
Nah, we're good. We just need a little encouragement for the chant.
But
Um,
here, I got a theory on what I think that virus plot could have been.
okay, nice. Let's hear it. I mean, unless you want to
So,
go to something else.
something called the Mad Bomb,
Oh,
which I guess like it would kind of be like a virus, but basically it just makes it's kind of like the Kingsman noise
okay.
and go crazy and fight each other.
Interesting. Was that just like someone make that or like
Someone make what?
the Mad Bomb? Did someone make the Mad
I don't
Bomb?
know, maybe something like that. But the Russos said that's what they were gonna do for Captain America 3. If
Mm.
get be able to do Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling they might be doing that for Captain America 4 now.
Maybe. Yeah.
And they'll be
Um.
seeing how do you fight this when it's a bunch of innocent people not without control.
Well, in the Kingsman case, they just fucking kill
And
them.
you just kill them all in the church.
Well, I guess they weren't good people, but
They were not
whatever.
in the
Um.
church.
Uh. Yeah, the editing,
Right.
man. In that last episode, especially, I was like,
Yeah,
dude, why do we keep
way
like there
too
is
many
some.
quick cuts.
I got some thoughts about editing later, but but in this movie, man, this show, like the last thing, they just like, okay, we get a cool fight scene with Falcon and Beltrock. Okay, we're over here. Oh wait, we still have Emily Van Camp going over. We still have Sharon Carter. She has to do something. The Flag Smashers. Oh wait, John Walker. Like it just felt so disjointed at times, which I don't know, man. They could. I don't know who the editor was for half of this show, but it was really painful to watch sometimes. Like, and you know,
It is
I
weird because I think there is some incredible action. The opening scene
yeah, the first scene's probably the best
is
action scene in the
best
whole
action scene.
show.
It's so incredible, and I can't believe like there's nothing else kind of like it for the rest of the show. I also think it's kind of like John Wick style scene with Sharon at the
Mm-hmm.
or whatever that place is.
The
That was
embassy.
incredible too.
Oh yeah, the cargo place. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a good
just
fight scene as
murdering
well.
everyone.
Yeah, I think it also was like kind of dark at times. You couldn't see much what was going
Yeah,
on, and then
I mean,
the
the
fight
finale,
with
I did like the stuff in the air.
oh yeah, that was great. The little helicopter scene that was
Mhm.
very smart. Like again, it kind of again it shows the difference between Falcon
Yeah.
as Cap and Steve as Cap. I guess they
Mhm.
definitely solved that differently.
Yeah.
And yeah, um so what else? Yeah. Oh, the final action scene with John Walker fighting the Flag Smashers. Dude, that was so poorly edited. I
Yeah.
like it ended so quickly. The thing with him and Carly was okay. It just never it wasn't really um I don't know. Eh, there was some weird stuff in that thing. Overall though, I this show did some great stuff with the
Yeah.
two titular
We
characters.
talked about the bad, and let's get into
Hmm.
it. I think all the personal stuff surrounding the two main characters, incredible.
Hmm.
Love seeing into their lives, what they're up to when they're not, being superheroes. I thought they did that stuff really, really well.
I think that first episode was especially good for that
Yeah.
thing because we're just chilling with Sam and he's like,
Mhm.
"Oh, damn, we're going to the bank," and then they got the food in the trunk or whatever,
Yeah.
and then Bucky has some really good personal scenes, which I gotta say throughout the course of the show we never really get to that point of Bucky like development like up like it kind of happens behind the scenes, which I don't really necessarily love. We have that one conversation with Sam in episode 5, and then he's
I
just like,
think
"Oh,
the one moment I thought was really great was in the last episode when he saves the people.
mm-hmm.
One guy said, "Oh, thank you so much. You saved us."
Yeah, yeah, that was a good scene." Yeah, I
Like, has he ever been thanked before? What
that's
he's
true.
done?
He
No.
definitely hasn't. This-
So that was good for him.
mhm. Yeah, the personal stuff was really good. I
Mm.
think that, of course, Sam takes a really
Yeah.
big
In terms of like a journey, yeah.
yeah, and I think Bucky gets sidelined quite a bit, which
Yeah.
is fair, but I don't know. It just felt like they could have done more with him. And then someone said, I saw online someone saying, so Marvel can make a show or a movie called James Buchanan Barnes and have it be about Donald the what's the fuck the duck's name? I can't think of it, but like some random character, not have anything to do with Bucky the whole time. But because they kind of I don't know I this is probably the best character we've gotten from him in
Hmm.
4 movies I guess that he's been in. But there's still some stuff left to do, I think. But
Love, love, love the Wakanda scene.
yeah, exactly that was amazing.
Mhm.
I like the Wakanda stuff. I do wish
Love
he
the
wasn't called
Wakandans in
the
there
Winter
too.
Soldier still because it seems like that's kind of a dead name for him because he's not the Winter Soldier anymore. But maybe they'll fix that later or something. I don't know. They can't do
Man,
too many name changes at the end of the fucking
I
show.
also think Sam's change from Falcon to Captain America. It's basically the reason the show exists.
Yeah, that's
I
the whole
think it's
point of the
handled
show.
very well though. Everything with
Mhm.
Idea,
Yeah, it's amazing.
really
I
powerful
love
stuff.
his whole story with the
Even
shield and becoming Cap
like the
and like
scene near the end, so emotional and amazing.
mhm.
That's a good heart that show.
And the stuff with the serum and how he's like, "Nah, I wouldn't
Mhm.
take it. I'm good." And yeah, he's really Sam really shines on the show, and it's kind of deserved because he's also been sidelined for what 4 movies.
Yeah,
The funny thing is, people have been talking about that. He does not carry around those guns anymore.
he doesn't, not at all.
He used to pack heat. When in
Mhm.
Ant-Man, he was gonna kill Ant-Man.
I know he's gonna kill Scott Lang for sure.
Um, but I guess he's got those lasers on the blue Redbird. What's it? Red Wings? I guess.
And I
So
will say, his cap suit,
yeah, it's amazing.
like so amazing. They dropped the pops today.
There's like 3 of them, man. I saw 3
Yeah,
different Sam Cap
but yeah,
pops.
amazing. But hey,
Um,
the show's called The Falcon Winter Soldier, but they weren't the only standout characters.
we have 2 probably
There are
other.
2 other characters here that just kind of stole the show, really.
For sure.
And first of all, we'll say John Walker, who's a new character.
Yeah, he's a new
Who I
guy, and
thought was such a fascinating character, and I was pretty much glued to the screen whenever. This is what the show pretty much was. If I see Carly on screen, I go, "Oh, yeah." The second I
boring.
see, like when I see the main 2, I'm like, okay, we're invested, we're chilling. We're seeing what's going on. Then I see John going, okay, stuff's about to get real.
I know, because you see, it's kind of like toyed from the beginning of the show that you just see this guy he's gonna have a break and it's gonna be crazy, and they really
Mm,
give that. I think the last episode was kind of weird in that respect, but it did maintain that kind of anti-hero status because he's not a bad guy. He just
yeah,
has terrible.
it was. I think everyone from the end of episode 5, especially from the end credits scene, me included, I thought this was going to happen too. That he was just going to be a villain and go and fight Sam for some reason.
Yeah,
That it does not make sense at all because he's not like. Why would he want to? Maybe they could do a thing where he was drunk, he wants the shield back, but no, I'm
he
actually.
was drunk.
What I think you have a problem with is it's done like writing wise and even kind of editing wise pretty quickly.
Yeah, it is done quick. The
Thing. I think the show
transformation.
probably should have been like 8 episodes or even like 10.
I think I think the first half villain should be Carly, and then they should have done John Walker or another villain and have John Walker. Maybe just don't put Carly in there. Maybe that's my problem. I don't know.
No, I like that by the end John Walker's not a villain.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it sets up some
I was
stuff.
actually really getting, I was hyped when I'm watching and he had the choice.
It was good. It was good. He's definitely not redeemed though. He's still
No, he's not redeemed. He's
not a good guy.
I
But
want to see that guy and John Bernthal chilling together. Okay.
oh, John Berthel's gonna kill that man.
Oh yeah.
Um, Yeah, though I think he's really good. I cannot wait I cannot wait to see what they do next with his character with the surprise
Cameo.
cameo of Elaine from Seinfeld.
Elaine, who's apparently going to show up in Black Widow too. We'll see. We have a theory, she might be working with Ross, making the Thunderbolt. She would be recruiting him for that, maybe. I love the new show.
Yeah, I don't know if I talked to you about this, but there's a rumor that I think this is a dumb rumor, but they're saying that Kate Bishop's gonna work with John Walker after the Hawkeye show on the East Coast Avengers, which I think is
Who's that rumor from?
oh, it's one of those Spanish Instagram posts.
Always a Spanish post. Yeah, no way, that's true.
Yeah, I think they're definitely doing Young Avengers and they're doing Thunderbolts because that's way more realistic than East Coast Avengers.
Yeah,
It's not even a mainline Avengers, so whatever. Anyways, he definitely stole a lot of the show. I think one of the best scenes in the entire show happens in episode 3 or 4, and it's the Dora Milaje fight,
That's episode 4.
which is a wonderful
Great
fight.
scene.
And you see he's just pissed that they're not even super soldiers, and he gets his ass handed to him.
Yeah, episode 4 I think definitely was probably the best episode.
Yeah, that's a highlight.
Great moments. But
yeah,
happy with John Walker. But I think the character for me
Mm-hmm.
just grabbed the rug from under the show.
Like, yeah, who is it, man?
Stole the show.
Is it? Okay, right, say it on three. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Two, one.
Sharon Carter.
Sharon Carter.
Oh my god, from her
Incredible. I
first
love
scene in
the
the
reveal
show.
that she was the power broker. I love that it doesn't make sense at all and doesn't
Yeah.
line at all.
I love how she's evil now, even though she was like
For some reason. I
she
love
was
that that
good
was
in the
the final
last.
credit scene and there wasn't the second one.
Yeah, I love that they completely like don't set up that she would be the power broker because like
Mm-hmm.
they have no idea who to be and they had to pick a pre-existing character because they did a
Yeah.
mystery for the whole show. So that was super fun and yeah, it's gonna be so fun.
So
And
yeah, if you can't tell, we were not big fans of that twist.
she's not menacing at all. Like I don't find her
No,
frightening because she likes the guys. So I don't
I
know.
know she's like chummy with them all still, and like I don't who knows. Yeah, like she's helping them out the whole time. So I don't get it. Maybe
Mm.
play into Armor Wars, maybe even Secret Invasion, but I don't know when we'll see
Maybe
her.
she's a scroll. I'd like that if she was a scroll.
Maybe.
But or Mystique, as some people are saying, which I think is stupid. But anyways, let's talk about
You
good
think
stuff.
she's Mystique?
That's what someone said. That's a thing.
Okay, no way.
I know, dude. People will do anything to get out of a bad character. So they'll be like, "Oh, they were acting stupid because it's a scroll and it's Mystique and it's a LMD. It all makes sense, man."
Makes sense.
Okay. Anyways, Baron Zemo.
Anyways, Baron Zemo absolutely killed this show, man.
Mm-hmm.
His outfit, best outfit in the MCU. I need that jacket.
Dude, I hope they do the other design for his next appearance because that design looks really cool too.
Which other design?
The stuff that's in the concept art, it doesn't look like the jacket one. It's just kind of like a tactical vest with fur on it.
Oh man, I need the jacket.
All right.
I need the jacket.
Yeah, I think he steals the show for sure
Played
whenever he's
so
there.
well. He's hilarious in it too. The dancing scene, amazing. He really,
It's always fun when there's a third party and they just do not get along and they have to work together.
here's the thing. He was funny throughout, but I think he still did not lose the dramatic edge that the character has.
Yeah, his kind of
And that for me is pretty prominent in the 5th episode when he thinks Bucky's about to kill him, and he just accepts it.
when he kills the scientist just in the face, just shoots that man. And he takes out
You know
those
what I'm
fucking
talking about
guys.
right now here?
Yeah, I know. I was just saying the other cool stuff that he was doing. Never mind. Go on.
He accepts his death because it's Civil War. He tried to kill himself at the end.
Mm-hmm.
He talks about his son with the Turkish delight. But, Daniel Bruhl is so good. It's so interesting when you bring in the Wakanda aspect of it too. That they want him. Loved that he got them in the end. The rest of those Flag Smashers.
Oh yeah, that was brilliant.
They go in the car, and then the car's like, "Oh, one world, one people," which I guess means, "Oh, we're gonna break you out, or we're not even gonna take you there."
Yeah, I was like, dude, why are we doing this again?
We still gotta deal with these idiots. And then bang, we see the butler, and then we see Zemo chilling. He looks at the camera and smiles. And I was so hyped.
This guy is 100-year-old butler out planting bombs.
Great guy. Although there is, it may be Elaine helped him. It's unclear.
Yeah. Yeah, Zemo. Good stuff. I love the mask.
Love the mask. There's no explanation for it.
And he wears it for like 2 seconds. But, you know.
I love when he puts it on and he kind of unhinges on everyone at the
cargo place.
Yeah. He's driving the car around. He was great, man. He was great.
I cannot wait to see him again when they inevitably bring him back because he's not dead. I think it's definitely be some kind of Thunderbolt situation for sure. Because I can't see them. I can't see him being a full-fledged villain again because I don't know.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem on character.
I
Yeah, could
don't
be
know. I don't know if Walker would be in the Thunderbolts. Actually, thinking about it,
maybe, maybe not. Why do you
because if
think?
he would be,
I don't know if he's told
maybe
that
being a
that's
Rick Flag type role, you know?
yeah, exactly. He would be the leader kind of
Because my
thing.
thoughts is Thunderbolts just all villains. It's the same thing as Suicide, like, and he's not
Yeah.
with the government.
Well, John Walker's definitely not with the government
Well,
mainline. He's
yeah, but
he's,
like Black Ops,
he's doing some shady shit.
yeah, he's doing stuff for Val.
And something shady would be leading a team of supervillains to
It would be. It would
complete
be.
mission.
Maybe. Maybe.
So maybe after a little bit, maybe we'll get a little John Walker
So
mini.
who'd you want, man? Who's the dream team?
I think of pre-existing characters and upcoming ones. I guess we have Abomination, who's definitely going to be in it. We'll probably
Yep.
get Red Hulk finally somehow, in some
Okay.
capacity. Zemo for sure. Probably
Mhm.
Ghost, maybe.
Okay.
Um,
Agatha.
and I can't see her really fitting in with
Yeah.
those groups, but hey, man, maybe. I like the idea of Taskmaster for sure. Depending on the their, his, her, because we still don't know. Our theory is that it's gonna be one of the sisters that I'm just not
I've
talked about.
changed. I've changed my tune on that.
Really, what do you think? Okay, he looks like a he a lot. Like you know, what I mean, unless they got some
You
kind
know
of
why I've
crazy.
changed my tune on that? Because of something you told me
Yeah,
of a leak that you heard about, which makes me think. Then that. Why else would she be there other than that?
I don't think it was a leak, man. I think that was just my opinion.
That was not your dude. You told me.
So who do you think it is? Just some new guy?
No, 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 no.
Okay, what do you think? It's gonna be
What?
Yelena?
Are we gonna get into this right now? This leak.
Sure, man. We got time, I guess.
Well, I looked this up, man, and I could not find it anywhere. So I don't know where you saw this. Maybe this was also one of the Spanish
Maybe it
Instagram.
was a Spanish Instagram post. They got
So
the
James had heard from
Mhm.
a reliable source.
Well, I don't know. I feel like if it was just formed from some video or something. I don't know.
Maybe it was a
Whatever.
dream
Maybe it was a dream.
that there's a delete that the end credit scene in that there's gonna be two in the finale, and one of them was Zemo was in the raft, and his like in the next cell was
Oh yeah, yeah,
Florence Pugh.
Yelena. That was actually it was a Spanish post. I thought you were talking about the Taskmaster thing. That was a
No, yeah.
Spanish
Well,
post.
no.
And
Well, why else is she in the raft? She's Taskmaster then if she's in the raft.
hmm, I don't think so because I think
Also,
that
there's a fight in the trailer. There's a fight where they're fighting.
hmm
It's gonna be like when they first see each other again in Russia, where she is completely copying all of her moves.
really
Yes.
maybe then.
So you've
So
just spoiled it for the world, man.
hey
Congratulations.
man, it's not a spoiler, it's speculation. But I thought it was gonna be the
Nah,
other
we'll
sister
see. It could be
because
the other sister.
I don't think they could do a kind of they can't do Florence Pugh being bad and then having people like her as the next Black
Yeah.
Widow. My
There's
opinion is
no way
that
it's
she's
David
just
Harbour.
yeah, no way. My opinion is that it's just a what's it called? That reason that she's in the raft is because she's just kind of she never get her name cleared for doing work for Shield, so she was just I don't know, she
Okay,
did something
yeah.
wrong.
Maybe,
Because
maybe.
also I think Florence Pugh is like 5 something. She's not that tall, and like the Taskmaster is equal height to David Harbour. So I don't know, maybe unless he's got some stilts on, who knows?
We
Hey
shall
man,
see.
not
We shall
not writing
see.
anything out though.
Hey.
I'm really excited for Black Widow, which is coming out in what the next millennia or something.
Yep. Something like that.
Because we
But
get
hey,
David
man.
Harbour as Red. What's his name? Red Star.
Red Guardian.
Red Guardian, and that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun little romp, man. Taskmaster, who's the character we've wanted to see in the MCU for a while. I don't know, man. That costume does not do it for me, really.
Taskmaster one.
Yeah, I think it's the dumb ski mask thing that
Mm.
they designed. I think they should have done the definitely not the Avengers game version of it because that was an even worse design.
The
Um,
Spider-Man version.
but the Spider-Man version, the Marvel Spider-Man,
Mhm.
because that's a good looking skull kind of thing going on, modern. Yeah, and then who else would be there? We said Abomination, Taskmaster, Ghost, Zemo, um, Yellow Jacket's son, Blue
Mhm.
Jacket.
Mhm.
No, I'm kidding. I don't know. Is there any other villains that are alive?
Not that I.
Hey, man. Well, they still got time to do with this. They have like a year and a bit,
Yeah, they
so
could introduce some new stuff too. So
yeah.
why not?
Maybe we'll do Wenwu or something.
Hey, but hey, man, Falcon Winter Soldier. I did quite enjoy it.
I think it's a solid 7 out of 10. Maybe
7.
maybe a 7.5.
I think I'd give it an 8 because there's some stuff.
Yeah, okay,
I'm
seven
gonna.
and a half. I'm gonna settle on seven
I
and
want
a
to be
half.
grateful to the show for giving us Zemo in all of his glory,
Mm-hmm.
John Walker, and
Yeah.
giving us the new Captain America.
Okay, you convinced me.
So
10 out of 10.
8 out
Uh,
of 10, man.
um. Oh yeah, and in news we have Captain America 4
Yes,
in the
Captain America
works.
4 was announced with the same screenwriter. No, I think as a movie, there's.
It'll be probably a lot better.
I think yeah, it'll get refined, and I think because it's a movie, Feige's gonna be way more
Oh yeah, he's gonna have his grabby little
involved.
fingers all over there, which is a
Which,
good thing.
it's not necessarily too bad a thing because I think he knows what he's doing. I don't think.
Yeah, I know. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Um, yeah. Do you think we're gonna get Bucky as the little sidekick in Cap
Yeah,
4, or
yeah.
do you
Well,
think it's
Bucky will
gonna be?
definitely be in it. I think
Do you
Bucky will
think?
definitely be in it. U.S. agent probably in some
I was
capacity.
gonna say, do you think we'll get some John Walker stuff?
Zemo will probably be in it. Probably everyone is just gonna come back to this, and we'll just have a
Yeah,
new villain.
this was just kind of a setup prequel
Yeah,
thing. Um, John and I were talking about this. I was saying like these movies, these shows really don't um matter in the grand scheme of the
it acts
films.
as
They
a
still
bridge.
matter, but they're not like
They're acting as a bridge. Okay, so
yeah,
WandaVision is the
exactly. That's a
bridge from
better.
Endgame, from Wanda's perspective, from Endgame to Doctor Strange. This is the bridge from Falcon and Winter Soldier's perspective, from Endgame to Captain America 4 now.
Because
So they give you more.
You can watch Captain America 4 with just the knowledge of Endgame and be like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, of course he's gonna be Captain America, duh.
Only the movie, so people who just watch the movies will be fine. They won't be lost. But people who watch it all are going to have that extra bit of, I know the journey that we took to get here.
hmm Here's
And
one
yeah.
thing. Here's one thing about John Walker and the future of that character. They didn't give him a shield. They got to give him that dumb looking.
Oh, yeah, they didn't. Sure, I'll get a black one or something.
Yeah, it's like his shield in the comics is like black and it's the same color as his costume, but just doesn't have a star on it. It'll be fun. Can't wait to see him do some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Falcon Winter Soldier.
Real quick, let's mention there's a trailer for Shang-Chi
Oh yeah, another
Ten
Marvel one.
Rings. Another Marvel news, which what blew me away, honestly. This movie looks so amazing.
I'm
And I
very
can't
excited
wait
for it.
for it. Mandarin looks amazing.
Yeah, we got some cool
Crazy fight
bracelet
scenes.
stuff
The plot looks great. This is the most we've known about the plot of a Marvel movie
in a long time. Yeah, you're
in a
right.
long time. Because I
Well,
think because they have to sell it because it's a new character, right?
true. That's true. And we could. This would have came out like a year ago, whatever. Now,
Yeah.
or a month ago. I don't know what the time span would have been. Oh boy, this is the state of the world, man. Could have been watching movies like
We
left, right,
could
and
have had it
center.
all watched already.
When's Black Widow coming out? June,
July 9th.
July. Jesus.
Yeah.
Fuck.
We'll have a nice spoiler review for that one, kids.
Yeah, well, it'll happen. It'll happen. It'll happen.
Shall we move on, Jamie, to the next?
Is this going to be the
topic.
rapid review? I think we should do a rapid review for G.
Rapid
GVK.
review?
Yeah, I don't think we should dwell on it too much. Not much to say.
Okay.
Do your best
No.
Godzilla impression. Yeah, and then Godzilla's.
The other day, let me try to see if I can do it again. I was erasing on my whiteboard, and I did it, and it sounds so much like him.
Okay, I heard that was pretty good. All right, so this movie came out. This happened.
This movie came out. Long story short, James hated it.
All right, I didn't hate it. It
James
just
also
didn't
said
live up.
Godzilla King of the Monsters is one of his favorite movies of all time. So I don't know what to trust from that guy.
Yeah, just don't let my opinions just sway you. I think there's some good stuff in this movie. I think there's some really bad stuff, which is, granted for any kind of monster movie. Take that with a grain of salt. I liked all the monster fights. There was 3 notable ones that I can think of.
Yeah.
Well, 4. Maybe the one on the one that lasted 2 seconds with those stupid snake things.
Well, there's 3 rounds and then the final fight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I guess you would say 5. 5 monster on monster action.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, punch. This movie was what, an hour and a half long? Or is it 2 hours?
A bit longer. It was like an hour 40 something.
Yeah. So, it was kind of tight
runtime.
They got the plot moving.
They definitely cut a lot out of the movie, as we've heard. A bunch of actors have completely been cut out.
The main guy from the last movie might as well not have ever existed.
The guy who was controlling Mechagodzilla was the son of Ken Watanabe, which that should have been, like, in another movie, that would be the main huge emotional plot, but that was not touched at all.
Oh no, he just got fried by
Got fried.
He's done. That's okay. Yeah, we got good stuff from the gang of Millie Bobby Brown and where the Wilder People guy / Deadpool 2 guy.
All the Millie Bobby Brown stuff sucked.
Was fantastic.
But there was not that much of it at all.
Yeah, that's the good thing.
Is the good thing. And I think the other humans, the girls especially,
they were fun.
They were the best humans we've ever had in these movies.
Yeah, that's true. I like those 2 characters. But I don't have any opinions. So I'm even yawning just thinking about this movie. I'm kidding. I don't have much of an opinion about the guy whose brother got squished or whatever by this stupid flight machine thing.
I don't know. I came for the fights. I thought the fights were so cool.
I like them a lot. I think they were good.
It's the main character in this movie. There's so much Kong stuff, and I loved it all. I was Team Kong going in.
I was Team Godzilla, so I should be really happy about this movie. But
well, honestly, perhaps my favorite scene of cinema so far this year is them screaming at each other's faces.
It's the roar off.
The roar off, I love so. I can't even explain why. It just makes me happy watching it.
One thing I thought was pretty cool was when Godzilla just fucking blows up a chunk of the earth all the way to the center.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty dope. What else is cool? I loved Mechagodzilla. I think he was pretty awesome. Very, very menacing stuff. I like the final fight in Hong Kong quite a lot. I love them throwing each other into the fucking buildings and just everything collapsing.
And I think it was satisfying how it panned out, because there wasn't that much of a defeat. It was more of a...
It's more of like a,
understanding.
Cool. Yeah,
okay, this is your domain, but then he went to the Hollow Earth, and that's his domain now.
Yeah, so that makes sense. That's a cool little agreement.
It's a compromise, really.
I gotta say, I think this final fight is better than the King of the Monsters final fight.
Really?
But I think so. After
when
maybe
he smokes his head.
Not just saying that he did smoke his head. I don't know. Actually, I'm tied. I think I know. You know what? I do like the not the final fight, but the one that leads up to the Mechagodzilla fight a lot more than most of the fights in King of the Monsters when
Yeah,
they're again they're in Hong
like
Kong.
Hong Kong, the Hong Kong at night. Is,
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. The Mechagodzilla fight, I think it went on for too short. I think they kind of really didn't really. I don't know.
you know what? But I'll tell you, I'd much rather it went on for too short than too long.
That's true. This is true. Um, yeah, I think there was some stupid stuff. Granted, I
Mhm.
love the part when Kong squishes the bratty woman,
Oh,
just make sure they're in there, and
he looks inside, makes sure that she's in there.
and crushes
Dang.
them. Yeah, I thought this was a very fun movie. Yeah, I one thing I gotta say that gets me excited is the humans are getting way more advanced when it comes to um technology and stuff. And I don't know if they're
Mhm.
doing another movie because there was no end credit scene,
Yeah.
and I don't know. But this movie made a shit ton of money, so they probably will do another movie.
Probably it's making a. It's
Um,
already it's made more than King of the Monsters has.
yeah, so this is probably getting a sequel. And I think we might get Jet Jaguar.
What is?
Who
Why
I
are you
don't know.
meaning?
So Jet Jaguar is
You look this guy up.
he is so the story behind this guy is he was in a fan competition in Japan where kids would write in their favorite monster or no, a new monster to be in the next Godzilla movie. And
Wow.
and so at the time, things like the Power Rangers, like Megazords. What's the other one that the big mecha suit thing that they made a new movie about? Um, Tell me out. I don't know. I forget. They made a new Netflix show about it, like
Oh, Voltron.
Voltron, like that kind of thing was very popular. So it's just like a giant robot man that is named Jet Jaguar, and he flies, and he's huge, and him and him and Godzilla dap up. It's amazing. It's brilliant. I really hope they do something like that, and it'll be some kind of cool thing. There is room to do still Mecha Ghidorah because that
Mhm.
happens, which is fun. Yeah, there's some more stuff that
Yeah, I'm down. I'm more than down for this to continue.
yeah, I love these movies. I despite this Jonathan's opinion of my opinion, I guess. So I'm all for it. Godzilla has a really soft spot in my heart. So
All right. So this movie, I would give. I'm gonna match it. I'm gonna match and give this an 8 out of 10 as well because I had a hell of a lot of fun. Got exactly what I wanted out of it. Yeah,
yeah, I'll give it a 7.5.
you're matching again, man.
Yeah, I'll match it again. Well, no, we'll see. I don't know. Um, I
Three in a
think
row for matches.
We'll see. I think the problem with this movie is it didn't give me that kind of insane hype I got from King of the Monsters at the end of it with the crazy fucking scream with the Godzilla, so that made me
Mm,
really like it. I don't know. Some movies just aren't gonna what's the word?
some movies you just can't. The movies just hit.
Exactly. Some don't, and that's okay. It's not a problem.
It's all good.
Anyways, let's talk about Mortal Kombat on that note.
Okay. Let me take point on this real quick.
Okay. John, I don't know Johnny's opinion. Johnny does not know my opinion about this movie.
Yes.
So this is a,
So
let's see what picture. Oh, nice little.
basically, so I know nothing about the Mortal Kombat lore
Hmm.
whatsoever, except for that there's some tournament.
Yeah.
I like a good tournament, a nice tournament movie. Maybe
Okay.
like it'd be kind of a vibe there, and like you'll have people cheering in the stands. It'll be kind of a cool thing. You have some,
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
but here's the thing. We kind of had a joke about this. They're like, "Oh, I'm gonna hate this movie. I'm gonna hate this movie." But I thought, let's go into this. Let me give it the benefit of the doubt.
Dry run,
I wasn't too blown away by the trailers. I gotta admit.
Hmm.
I put on this movie, and the first this movie opens with a little flashback.
Mm-hmm.
This thing thinking, this, this is this is incredible.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Okay. I'm
I think the
listening.
opening is incredible.
I
I'm
concur.
thinking
I think it's
this is like setting up the foundation for a great movie here. We have this rivalry between these two guys. You know, the
we
family.
got Bihan
Great scene,
and
a great foundation for the movie. I can't wait to learn more about these guys.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
See how kind of their heirs go into play, and then so I love the opening scene, and then from that point on, watch one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
Jonathan, I gotta say, this movie was a spit in the face of any Mortal Kombat fan.
That's what I like to hear.
So I hated this movie so much, and I
Why
had
is
the
there no tournament? That's all I wanted to see was a tournament.
dude. I was asking the same thing, man. So I watched
You
it
know
with my
what? I think
dad,
I'm gonna watch that first movie because I was watching the Weekly Planet, our
dude.
casting
The
buddies, Weekly Planet. I'm like, that movie kind of looks like a great time at that tournament.
Dude, the first movie is so fucking amazing. Compared
I
to
gotta
this
watch
dumpster fire garbage fest, it was great. Um, I don't know, maybe you want to take point for a second, then I'll
it. The
go crazy.
dialogue, I was shocked by the dialogue in this. Like I'm here. Like, how are they all accepting all this fantasy stuff? Like, it's nothing. Like, it's lines like, "Oh, my research has shown me there's creatures in this world that's never." Like, what has happened? Like, what? These guys don't care that there's like monsters everywhere running around. I don't understand. Like, I knew nothing about Mortal Kombat going into this. I feel like I know less. They don't
You do.
at all. They
Um,
don't explain anything.
they do nothing good. I think there was a movie that could have been made that would have been fantastic, and all they had to do was go and look at the video game that came out in 2014, Mortal Kombat 9, and that is a perfect reboot of the franchise. It has everything set up. It has a tournament. It has all the favorite characters. It's all there. It's all there. But no, oh well, I guess it's a 20-hour long game, so obviously they can't do everything there. But they have stuff there. Um, no, what they do is they fucking we got this new guy who sucks. I hate him,
Oh
and it's the
no.
worst addition ever. There's a character there that could have been used in this man's place, but no, we're not gonna use the beloved character of Johnny Cage. We're gonna put him in the next movie because we gotta create a franchise.
No, what?
Fuck you. Like I'm so pissed off. Um, I knew immediately that the twist was gonna be Cole was the fucking
Mhm.
heir of
I do that
Conte
too. I do that too.
Hisashi,
When I don't even know it.
because I was like, oh, this is what they're doing. They got this. He's putting on yellow fighting tape. Whoa, foreshadowing,
What a stupid costume his costume was too. Like,
dude. It's so
shirt.
dumb. He's got the dumbest, stupid little baby weapons that spin around.
Hmm.
Um, fuck that thing, man.
Anyway,
Um,
how's Goro?
That was also so stupid. They used Goro in the worst way possible. They fucking kill him off in 2 seconds because, who cares? Granted, he does get killed very quickly by Johnny Cage in the first Mortal Kombat movie, but I felt it was a lot more satisfying than just the stuff. I will say, one positive thing. Let's cool it down for a second. I love the gore. I loved the two fatalities that they did.
The fatality with the hat was.
Oh yeah, the Kung Lao fatality. It's straight out of the video game. It's amazing. Um,
I like the
yeah,
dragon too.
the dragon was awesome. I liked those are the only two. I think
Dude, the main villain, not Sub Zero. Who is that? Shanks.
that's Shang-Chi. No, what the fuck's his name? I can't think. There's Quan Chi is another good villain. I think it's Shang-Tsu. Shang-Tsu, I'm pretty sure. Let me see.
Shang-Tsung?
Shang-Tsu. Let me see. I forget his name, but there is
I've seen clips of him in like the first movie, and he's like
Shang Tsung. Sorry, Shang Tsung.
dude, he was like the most boring,
Oh my god, he's nothing. He's
awfully
nothing.
terribly cast in that role.
Yeah, I think Another terrible casting I do not like is the one for Liu Kang. I don't think he does a good
Really?
job in it.
That's
He just
that's the
doesn't.
Black Ranger in Power Rangers.
I love the Kung Lao casting. I think he's awesome.
He
I
was
think the
pretty good.
Kano's casting is really good. I think the
Okay.
Sonya casting is really good.
Uh,
Um, those only. Oh, Jax is brilliant. He's just.
I did like when Jax flew the guy's head up, or like
Oh yeah, that was good. That was another
the guy's head. He's
fatality.
like, yeah, these motherfuckers work.
I think. Um, yeah, Shang Tsung is a terrible villain in that movie. It's so stupid.
What is
Another terrible character. Raiden is awful. Who the fuck decided to do Raiden like that? It doesn't make sense. He's
he like
just there.
funny in the original movie?
Yeah, he's funny. He's a goofball a little
Played
bit.
by the goddamn Highlander.
Um,
Get up.
and like he like hates every single fucking champion he gets. He's an ungrateful little bastard. Um, and Mortal Kombat is sexist apparently because Zony didn't get a fucking. No, I'm just kidding. Uh,
That
the
that 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 mark thing is not in the lore.
No, the whole rules of that is not in the
So
lore.
so tell me some of this lore, man, because I'm so lost on.
Okay, so basically there's the
Start with
outworld.
start with. I want to know about this feud.
Okay, so Bihan and Hanzo Hasashi have this long-running feud with the oh my god, the Lin Kuei, and I forget Scorpion's clan, but they're rival clans. One's fire, one's ice. Obviously, they
Okay.
have some kind of problems between the two. Um, so we see that Bihan kills Scorpion's family, and Scorpion gets sent to hell actually, and
Mhm.
another cool thing about Scorpion, he becomes the what's it called? The host of Quan Chi. Quan Chi has his soul. He's like the leader of the Nether Realm, which is hell,
Okay.
and like he steals his soul, and he like becomes like the doer of Quan Chi's business kind of thing. So he's not a person. He's just kind of a shell of his being, and he's just driven by revenge. Cool kind of Ghost Rider stuff. Bihan Bihan dies, and and then there is a second Sub Zero who's actually a good Sub Zero, and
Okay.
actually, I'm pretty sure there's three Sub-Zeros. We get so Bihan dies and he becomes Noob Saibot, who is one of the coolest characters in the fucking franchise. Who he's in the Nether Realm and he has like this shadow clone who like it's so cool. And then there's Cyborg Sub-Zero, who I don't really know much about. I forget. And there's the good Sub-Zero, who's like I forget his name. But there's a couple of things. They have a feud. There's not much else really. They're kind of they're never really the main characters of any of their respective things. I think except for the newest one when Scorpion becomes redeemed and so does Sub-Zero, and they kind of
So
work together.
who's usually the main character?
It is Liu Kang, Johnny Cage, and Sonya Blade who are the main three,
Okay. Okay.
the Earth champions, right?
Yeah,
The main guy,
they're the trio in the movie.
the main guy is Liu Kang, and then Johnny
Okay.
Cage got his cool stuff. The dumb thing about this thing, there's no, what do they call it? The fucking inner power that they get. I forget. It's so
Yeah,
stupid.
Kana.
The Okana, yeah. There's no Okana stuff, which yeah, they did. The thing about this is they try to make it cater towards like fans who aren't fans of Mortal Kombat and also try to cater towards fans of Mortal Kombat. So they
But
toe the
here's the
line.
thing, man. People are liking this movie.
I
The reviews aren't even
know.
that bad.
That's the crazy thing. I was looking at Letterboxd, be like, oh, it's a fun time. Turn your brain off, dude. I totally disagree. I don't know, but the Okana stuff is stupid because, first of all, like Liu Kang and Kung Lao, they don't really have like what's Kung Lao's Okana. He has a spinny blade hat. That doesn't really make sense. Oh, he teleports one time. He used that teleportation power once,
Jack's
which is
just little metal arms become big robot. Uh,
dude. I hated they did it to Jax because every single character of the Mortal Kombat thing, they do so poorly in this movie. um, Cabal was originally like a like government commando guy, and then he gets like
That's
horribly
the guy.
disfigured.
That's the guy with the red eyes.
Yeah, that's a super speed guy. He gets horribly disfigured and then he becomes super speedy. And I don't think he's ever really a bad guy, except when he gets corrupted by the Nether Realm or whatever. This stuff happens. Um, Jax loses arms to either Sub Zero or Ermac, who's a really good character. They should bring him in next time if they do another movie. Love Ermac. Um, and he just gets robot arms because they have robot they try to ration out everything in this thing when it's like it's a fantasy movie. There's gonna be rationale for he's got little dumb baby arms. We gotta make him get these cool arms by lifting this rock and discovering his true power. And Sonya Blade's Okana, which is so stupid. Those are just wrist things in the game. Like she just has like little wrist shooter things. Oh my god! And I forgot about Kano. Dude, why? They they scratch Kano's eye, and you're like, oh, he's gonna get that metal eye thing. That's pretty cool looking. No, he just gets a laser eye for some reason because
Just
the
one,
lore.
too. So
Just one. It's so fucking stupid. I don't know if this rant's making any sense, but
that makes sense. All right.
it pisses every single thing in this movie pisses me off to no end. We get Scorpion at the final fucking battle. And he's cool. The final fight is really cool between Scorpion and Sub-Zero. I think everything with Cole Young is awful. I think his family sucks. I think Sonya Blade is a nothing character. Liu Kang is a nothing character. He's just there. There was a lot of good stuff they could have done. Melina wasn't in it. Or wait, no, not Melina. Melina was in it. Katana was not in it, who is kind of the Liu Kang's love interest. It allows some character for this guy who is otherwise characterless in this movie. There is no who else is excluded? There's no Johnny Cage, who obviously gets some good chemistry between Sonya because they're a little relationship and they kind of bounce off each other. There's just no chemistry between any of these characters. I think the only chemistry there is between Sonya and Kano, and that's short-lived. Yeah.
Kano had some bit of enjoyment.
Yeah, there was some decent stuff with
I
Kano.
watch it sometimes pretty much because it's just funny to hear an Australian person say the F word.
Yeah. I think
But,
the why can't I think of the fucking lizard's name? I don't think he's not called Lizard. Reptile. I think Reptile is just stupid. He looks so dumb.
yeah, I thought that was Mrs. Kipling when I saw it.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't have any of the cool stuff that actually makes this tournament worthwhile. Like Shao Kahn, not in it. Of course, they want to save him for later. Yeah, whatever, stupid. Katana, not in it. We see her stupid. And here's the thing, man. They do the classic. Oh, look at the Easter egg room. This is the room of Easter eggs. So here's your fan service for the
Like
whole
pictures
movie.
of everyone, right?
Yeah, there's pictures of everyone. We have Katana's little fans. There's the blue fan that you see in the background, which doesn't make sense that Raiden would have that, but whatever. There's Shinnok's eye thing, which is he's like the villain that comes after Shao Kahn, so he's like the bigger bad villain. And yeah, there's a lot of lip service and fan service that amounts to nothing in this movie. And it's just sorry. It's just too much. I hate Emelina in this movie. It's so stupid.
Who's
And
that? With the teeth?
yeah, the teeth girl. I don't think Netanya and General whatever are characters that have been in any Mortal Kombat game in the last 10 to 15 years.
Yeah.
So,
Classics.
no, they're not classic at all. They were probably in the 3D versions of the games that no one played. Yeah. There's some awesome character. Like the roster of Mortal Kombat is so expansive, and they did nothing with it. Like you could have thrown in Ermac, who's this like mummy-looking dude who has telekinesis. Shang Tsung, there's no Shang Tsung fight. So stupid. He might as well not be in this movie. There's no fucking tournament in this movie, man. There is no tournament. I was waiting the whole time for there to be a tournament, and there's nothing. I we have 90% of the fights happening in the most dull-looking fucking coliseum, and dude, it takes the movie 2 hours to get going, and then it ends.
Listen, Jay, what did I tell you about this movie?
You were right, man. You were right. You're the
Listen
Messiah.
more.
You're the prophet. I'll never,
So,
never.
like, what happened at the end? He's gonna bring them all back to life, and they're gonna fight in the tournament as zombies now, or what?
They're just getting new characters probably because they use the dumbest batch of characters. Probably Kano is the only one that's
And
moderately cool.
Sub-Zero.
But there is other Sub-Zeros that they could do, so doesn't really matter. Um, Kano and I guess who was the other one? Melina stays around for a while, but they have to kill people, which is kind of the point, which doesn't matter. I don't mind that.
Yeah, but
Cabal, I like that he died. I think they did Cabal really well, actually. I like this character. I like this design. One thing I will give it to him, they did the character science really well. Everything looks great aesthetically. Otherwise, awful. And
terrible movie. But
oh my god, Goro. I forgot he was in that. Fuck
Yeah.
Goro, man.
Who's playing Johnny Cage?
Who's playing Johnny Cage? There's not gonna be a sequel.
I don't know, man. People are liking it.
I don't know, man. They'll probably get like Tom Cruise or something fun like that. He's a movie star. I don't know. You'll sign up for this garbage fire. What was I gonna rant about? Oh yeah, the Outworld sets looked terrible. They were just
gray.
They were just gray. It was a sand mountain for whatever reason. Doesn't look evil at all. We get some cool. Again, we get 2 scenes of cool, comic accurate, video game accurate settings. We get the one classic bridge that Jax fights the hammer guy with, and then that like weird other place with Melina and Cabal and Liu Kang. The fighting was good though. I gotta say the fighting was pretty good. Liu Kang does the little kicking stuff that's classic. Actually, that's besides the point. I mean, just Liu Kang and Kung Lao do some cool stuff, and besides that, it's pretty substandard. My dad fell asleep for most of it.
No way he was watching it.
Yeah, I asked. I was like, "Let's watch it together if you want." He's like, "Yeah, sure."
What do you think of it?
He fell asleep. He didn't care about it. Yeah, I'm getting a headache just from thinking about this movie, man. Man, it angers me so much.
I love that the blade thing was the gardening tool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I think that was cool.
And I did. I love that first scene.
It's great. It's got some.
I love that first scene, and the lore does seem pretty interesting. So I think I'm gonna check out that original movie because that looks like a movie I feel like I should have been watching like since I was a kid on VHS.
Oh yeah, it's such a classic.
That movie gives me Scooby-Doo live action vibes. I can't explain why.
It's so fun. It's just a fun movie. They come in on like a boat and like they're just like, this is a weird boat, and they go to the island and it's just a.
So they're just like normal humans that have been invited to fight.
Yeah, exactly. Except cool, I think
you should have done that except for this fucking stupid task force that they've been.
I know. They should have been like way over their head. Like we gotta fight, and then they gotta train, and they gotta use what's at their resources. And Johnny Cage. And the what?
It should have been a tournament.
There should have been a tournament, man. That's the whole draw to Mortal Kombat.
The movie's pretty much a prequel?
It's literally a prequel. It's a prequel. I hope Cole Young dies. He has the worst fucking Okana probably in the whole thing. He's what? He gets a medal. He gets armor.
Yeah, what would you call that power?
Metal, armor, Black Panther absorption,
Gold
power,
shirt.
Gold shirt. Yeah. It doesn't make sense. I guess. Oh, because he knows how to take a lot of hits. So when he gets a hit from the thing, stupid. He didn't need to be there. it would make sense if they needed to make another character for like an introductory like figure for the audience
Yeah.
to latch onto. But every single character is a new person to this
Yeah.
fucking world. It's so stupid.
So what's the deal with all this like teaming? Like, is the tournament everyone from themselves or are there factions?
So there is there is factions. So like Raiden puts together his team of Earthworld people,
Okay.
and the whole point is if Earthworld loses, Outworld will come to Earth and fucking destroy
But
it, like
only
take it over.
if they lose 10 in a row.
That's not even a thing, I don't think. I think it's
Really?
well, maybe it is. Maybe it's 10 in a row. I don't know. But
So
the
are
whole
there only
thing is
two worlds?
um yeah, I think so. There's only two. Well, there might be others, but I feel there's only two that they really expand on.
Only
There's the
two
Nether
compete usually.
there's the Nether realm, which is like hell, but that's not really doesn't really count. But there's only two that compete. It's Outworld versus Earth Earth realm.
Okay. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
So
man.
two Earth would never fight each other.
No, that wouldn't happen. Unless like they got corrupted onto the other side, like what happened with Cabal, I guess, and Kano in this movie. Um, I think it's stupid that they're like, oh, we got to take them out before they can compete. So there's just like no champions. Like what?
So they just cheating.
And there is specific rules for the tournament and stuff. And there's some cool stuff with Raiden, who actually gets a character in the video games, who he is like a stickler for the rules, and then he breaks the rules, and then it causes some fucking crazy shit to happen. And it's awesome. I think if you want to look at it, just look at the like the movies of each game. I might watch the movies of each game because they're fucking cool. Okay, like the cutscenes of each of the latest three. That's all that really matters. 9, 10, and 11. Yeah, that's all I gotta say.
So if you have to score this film,
It's a 2.
I'm
2
gonna
out of 10.
match. I'm gonna match you with the two.
2 out of 10,
So
man.
that was Mortal Kombat, and with that comes the end of our episode here.
Hey, man. This is a good episode. We got to let out some
So,
steam, enjoy some good stuff, some terrible
so
stuff.
we will see you, I guess, sometime next week where we will be chatting about. I'm thinking we do Invincible season 1 full review,
It's a good idea.
and I'm sure there'll be some news or something.
There's always some news. There's
Maybe
always
talk
some.
about the making of Falcon Winter Soldier if that even comes out, because there's been no announcement for it yet.
Yeah.
And after that, you guys can be expecting some weekly Bad Batch, some weekly Loki.
Hell yeah.
So, thank you so much.
Thank you all for watching or listening.
And before you go, don't forget.
They didn't use this song either. They used it in the ending.
Yeah, they do it like
Stupid
some.
remix.
Yeah.
It's a perfect example of the movie. The song bangs so hard, man.
Like, it goes so hard and they don't use it properly. Like, I want to hear this blaring during a crazy tournament with everyone cheering.
Dude.
That's all I want, man.
And then like all the like there's a bunch of like Baraka looking, they're called Barakas, and they're so fucking crazy. Oh man, it's so good.
Yeah, I gotta watch that first movie. See you guys.
See ya.